I absolutely love speaking French. French is such a beautiful language. It is melodic, poetic. Well, I have the bug. I'm addicted to it. I'm an addict. I'm a French addict. I'm addicted to French.
Being able to speak French has given me so many opportunities and helped me make friends with so many other people I wouldn't have met if not for French. Your worldview just opens up when you're able to speak any other language. You get to connect with a culture that perhaps may not be your own. You get the opportunity to interact with media that is in a different language or is from a foreign country. You get to flex on your friends that you can speak one more language than they can.
The French really helps to learn another language, and not only Spanish, but I ended up traveling to Indonesia, to Italy, and I learned Italian and I learned Indonesian as well. And I think that having a second language helps to learn multiple languages.
Whenever you learn a language, you learn other cultures, which allows you to learn other languages, and it opens up your identity as a human, as a global citizen, if you will.
Canada is not singular, it's multifaceted, and that includes French. It's our other second language. It's embedded in our history. It's embedded in our contemporary identity. Being able to speak another language, or at least inspired to learn another language, allows you to explore and allows you to want to explore other places in the world and other people, to find ways to connect.
French has impacted my life in many ways. It has actually impacted everything. From the people that I have met, the places that I have been able to travel to, and especially the qualities that I have. So it's installed so much empathy in me and those cultural competence qualities. So I'm very grateful for that.
If you know French, you are able to help somebody who are new here and they don't understand or they don't speak English. When you cross the path of the person who needs that help at that time, you feel like speaking French makes you special.
After I finished with French immersion in high school, I didn't do French for a little bit in university, and I noticed my language kind of slipping away. I noticed that it was harder to speak with my father in French. It was harder to write in French, it was harder to read in French, and that kind of annoyed me. I was like, this is part of who I am, and I don't want this to go away.
I decided that I would take French up to the 30 level, and I think that that was definitely one of the best decisions in high school that I made, because I had so much fun learning a new language, and I feel like it's actually let me learn so much about English itself, because there's so many things that they don't teach you in English that you learn in French class.
Speaking French has led to every full-time job I've ever had. It's helped me to better understand my first language, which is English. It's opened my mind to literature, film, podcasts, music, so many things that I never would have been exposed to potentially if I hadn't learned the language.
French is important, firstly, because we live in a country where we have 2 official languages. Second reason French is important, we live in a global economy. You know, we live in a world where it's multilingual. Wherever you go, there's French. When you're finished high school, there's going to be some phenomenal benefits, whether it's access to bursaries and scholarships that you didn't have before, whether it's more salary in your job. You know, statistics say that 5 to 10% higher salary for those who speak French, whether it's that reason you got the job over somebody else. But I think even for the kids in high school, I look at my son and my daughter when she was younger, we'd be traveling to Banff or Jasper or wherever, they'd hear somebody speaking French and they would automatically, you know, say, oh, bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame, and start a little conversation. You know, it's the way to open doors.
I'm inspired to be a French teacher because students in Alberta are competing in a 21st century global community with other students around the world and in Quebec who are bilingual, multilingual. So I want our students to be equipped to be successful in their future lives.
Having both languages allowed me to work, of course, in Quebec, Montreal, Montreal, where I finished university, where I was born. So I was able to function in Quebec in the English communities, French communities, bilingual communities, no problem. And then I could travel internationally. Je peux jongler en français. Et voilà, l'artiste cirque Ethan Ross speaking in English and French in his spectacle extraordinaire. Voilà les amis. Wow, incroyable.
French speaking has impacted my life by giving me something that I am learning and I am doing outside of my friend group, outside of my family. It's something that is unique to me. I think it's a really important thing to do, to choose something for yourself in life, and French is my thing that gives me that happiness. I love the confidence that it gives me. I love my ability to communicate with people face to face and heart to heart. Talking to people in their own language allows you to connect with them on a deeper level. And no matter what, when you speak French, you're constantly learning. And that's something that's really important to me.